Thai Buddhist temple left empty after monks test positive for meth. Recently, a local Buddhist temple in the Bung Sam Phan district of Thailand defrocked all the monks after they failed drug tests, leaving 0 monks left in the temple last month. The abbot and 3 other monks tested positive for methamphetamine. According to a district official, the monks were sent to undergo drug rehabilitation in a health clinic. The monks were outed on November 28th following a national campaign to tackle drug trafficking when the police administered urine tests in the temple. However, it is unclear how the temple garnered the attention of the police authorities. Boonlert Thintapthai, a district official, said, quote, "The temple is now empty of monks and nearby villagers are concerned that they cannot do any merit making." Merit making is an essential ritual in Buddhist practice and involves bringing goods and agreeable results and determines the quality of the next life and contributes to a person's growth towards enlightenment. And you can do things like this by providing food to the monks and things like that. So if there are no monks that you can bring food to, how do you earn merits? According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, drug-related seizures in Thailand reached an all-time high in 2021.
Okay, now I know people in the live chat told me why I thought that we covered this. This was brought up by D on the Q&A.
Oh.
Yeah, so actually, let me tell you what I thought about this. This, to me, suggests that Buddhism isn't this such a bad PR for Buddhism? Because these are monks, so they need to be at the top of their game when it comes to mental health, peace of mind, being content. But apparently they need meth. Like they're right. So I don't know. This kind of suggests that maybe Buddhism doesn't work, like the meditation practices and everything you need to do to, fix your I mean, these are. So here's the thing: we normies, okay, who are not like Buddhist monks or whatever, right? We are below these people because we are too attached to the world. Buddhism helps you be above all of that, be detached from earthly pleasures and be, at a higher level of enlightenment and all of that, right? But now we see these monks are actually more attached in a more toxic way to the world than the most of us, most of so. Yeah, like we are attached to the world, but not to this extent. So these people are addicted to the worst parts of what this world has to offer. So like all that high and mighty, claims about being, you need Buddhism as a path to enlightenment and being detached, and this is it just seems kind of hollow now when the news.
Okay.
Like, what do you think? Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think this has anything to do with Buddhism whatsoever. I think this has
No.
Let
me. I have to interrupt. I didn't say they are doing meth because they're Buddhists. So that's not my claim. Again, let me clarify. My claim is that Buddhism doesn't seem to be working for detachment and enlightenment and being at a higher level with your mind purposes. Okay, so the claim of Buddhism, I didn't say Buddhism makes you go on meth. It makes you become addicted. Okay, I said that Buddhism's goal in trying to make you be mentally above the rest of us doesn't seem to be working. That's what my claim is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think to be honest, I don't think this is a good point. I think it's something that's just funny to say is a meme. Okay, I don't think that's like something you could have as a legitimate criticism in any way, because this is mostly to do with the fact that, and this is something I just learned about recently, or doing research for this, that apparently Thailand is absolutely flooded with meth because they're so close to Myanmar, which is the world's largest producer of methamphetamine. And you can get pills of meth for as little as $1.40. So it's just it's everywhere. And so I think that this is a larger, it's symptomatic of that issue.
Let me give you another example, okay? Let's say, for example, in another country, child abuse was this systematic issue, a problem, okay?
Oh, you're going to die on this hill?
Yes. But we saw that not only the priests, the Christian priests, were not a force against it, they partake in it, right? So what I would conclude from that, what that might suggest is that being like a priest who's supposed to be morally superior, not only is not stopping you from being, morally disgusting like the rest of the people who are taking part in such abuse, disgusting behavior, they might even be doing it even more. I mean, in this temple, it was 100% test positive, right?
Yes.
So what I'm saying,
actually one thing I didn't say is that it was like a temple of like 4 or 5.
Okay. So again, I'm not claiming this proves it, but what I'm saying is suggests just like when we see religious, like in mosques, religious leaders abuse children, and like this seems to go against the idea of religious leaders being above all of this, being moral exemplars for society. Okay, so again, I'm not saying that Islam teaches you to abuse children, but it just seems like it doesn't. If it doesn't make you less moral, it doesn't seem to make you more moral, right? So with this Buddhism, I'm not saying Buddhism teaches you to use meth. Okay, it doesn't teach that, but it doesn't. But it doesn't seem to be protecting you from the weaknesses that others are inflicted by. It doesn't give you the mental strength and stability and fortitude to be like, not fall for stuff like this.
I mean, if you're really going to go all the way with this point, people are just going to say, Armin, this is anecdotal. This is one temple of like less than 10 people.
Exactly. That's why I say it doesn't prove it. It might suggest it.
I have to say there are so many hilarious comments in our live chat right
now. What? Read them.
Oh my God. Mogambo is saying that this is the quickest way to nirvana.
Yeah. Yeah.
D is saying that's my favorite. Shriyash is saying, what does a meth high look like though? I've heard it's used to increase work efficiency since it's a chemical structure similar to Adderall. Adderall is medical grade meth. Okay, let's be clear. In the early stages, yeah, you can get some sort of like work efficiency or hyperfixation, but it is a demon drug, I would say. And if you would like to see what it really looks like in real life, I invite you to come to San Francisco, where you can see people in states of open psychosis all over the city any day of the week. As someone who was a close friend of someone who dealt with a meth addiction, seeing them go through the come down after a high was literally like a traumatic experience just to witness. I've never seen someone look more tormented by their own brain and a shell of themselves. So it would be a 100% out of 10. Do not try. Please, no. Don't. Just no. Not even once. Not even once. D, you just killed me. D is saying breaking Buddhists.
Like, so I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but this guy said that the temple is now empty of monks, and nearby villagers are concerned that they cannot do any merit making. Merit making is an essential to Buddhist practice. Merit brings good and agreeable results, determines the quality of the life, and contributes to a person's growth towards enlightenment. Okay, 2 questions. Okay, what are the chances that merit is just code for meth? Now, like the people are like, guys, like we really need merit here. Like, are you sure is
It's
the
actually
temple really
meth
cold?
making.
Like, guys, like, can I get some of that merit now? Like, when are the new monks coming in? So, but again, I mean, even if it's not that, which I don't think it is, but merit is supposed to, like, these people are like, oh no, we don't have any monks anymore. Where do we get our merit, which is supposed to be good and agreeable results and increase the quality of life and bring us towards enlightenment? I mean, shouldn't you be questioning the fact that your sources of bringing quality and agreeable results to life were people that were high on meth? You know, like, shouldn't you question the ways in which you're doing things? Like, oh no, these people, we got rid of these people that were bringing agreeable, like, were supposed to be a path for enlightenment. Maybe, like, that's not a good source of enlightenment. I don't know. I mean, just a thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Okay, as much as everything is like all jokes and stuff, I don't want to trivialize like how serious this is, because like watching people destroy their lives this way is yeah, something I'll never forget. So please don't try this. Please, 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 please.
Yes. I mean, if you don't know how destructive meth is, then I don't know, where have you been?
A lot of people do, but they think that it won't hurt them just one time.
No, this is not one of those things that you
No.
could do one time.
This is like a never not once. Like
I don't. Yeah, it's very difficult to get off of it if you just try it even once. I heard almost impossible.
yeah,
I don't know
really, it's brutal.
Yeah. Get my best-selling book, Why There Is No God, for free. Click on the link for it in the description.